bus driver will not be facing charges when it comes to driving a bus full of children while drinking a White Claw. You might be thinking, what? She's drinking on the job. How could that be?
With kids.
With kids. Well, the thing is, she's not going to be charged because police really believe that she grabbed the drink by accident.
Oh, really? That's a defense?
Well, she lives in a house with other people.
Noted.
Squid's taking mad notes, mad scribbles.
Don't think I didn't write it down, just in case. But she told police, look, I didn't know. I just grabbed a drink from the fridge and I went about my way and I realized, oh, it's a White Claw and you tell me that it has alcohol in it. I didn't know. The reason that police believe her is because she is currently a cancer patient going through chemo, and she says, I don't drink. I can't drink on all of the medications that I'm on. I never would have grabbed this and would have been drinking it on my own. I did it by accident. So police believe her. But here's the thing. She got fired from her job.
Yeah.
Fired.
Yeah, that's a tough one.
It seems very unfair to me. Like, I get it. I know if it were just somebody.
If your kids were on the bus,
Yeah,
even if it was a mistake, you're like,
sure, you'd be
gosh,
so
it could have
upset.
it could have ended so much worse.
Well, I certainly
But-
don't think she's lying if she's just openly drinking a White Claw. Usually somebody that's trying to drink or is an alcoholic that needs a drink is hiding it,
Yeah.
putting it in something else.
Putting it in
Not
a
like
cup
just
or a koozie,
openly
yeah.
sitting there drinking a White Claw on the bus with the kids while driving.
Just like you'd be drinking drinking your whatever, your
and how old were
energy
the
drink.
kids, did it say? Or is it like an elementary, middle, high? We don't know, maybe.
I could probably find
We
out
can
for
find
you.
out. Yeah, that's fine.
But I want to know. I mean, how is that fair? Like, on what grounds does the school have to say you're fired? But even police were like, we're not charging you for that.
Yeah, it's especially if it sounds like she's telling the truth.
It does
Then
seem.
this makes the school look bad. You fired like a cancer patient.
It was high school. It
Oh,
was
so they're
high
like
school,
they
yeah.
knew what she was drinking.
And I believe she doesn't know anything about alcohol because
Right.
she had a roommate that had him in the fridge. And if you look, this is one thing that got me when I saw the story. You know those like Celsiuses that we have downstairs?
Oh yeah.
They look just like a White Claw.
They
I don't
do.
know if it has alcohol or a lot of these seltzers or these waters like this, but
Sure.
this with the Celsius cans look more skinny. You can't really tell if there's alcohol. You
Well,
have to really look.
Yeah, some of these energy drinks that my kids want to get, but I'm like, you don't need any extra caffeine. I mean, it's insane. And then, I don't drink, but I'm like, it looks just like
It
some of the
does.
stuff. I'm like, I can see how it could get confusing.
To be fair, Jason, you're drinking a Waterloo, which is like a flavored water.
I thought you were drinking
So-
alcohol.
But it looks like that could absolutely be a beer can.
Yeah.
I've already
way that
reported,
it-
100%.
I've already
Yes.
reported you to HR.
Yeah. I mean, it could. If you were just
100%.
glancing,
Yeah.
you
I
would
wouldn't
have
think.
no
And
idea.
especially if you don't drink, like you don't really know, if you don't pay attention to drinking at all, you don't really know the names of what's what.
Well, I remember being at an event for work. I mean, with a client, and it was like a social hour type thing, and they always have seltzer waters.
Yeah.
And then they offered me one, and I think it was with Kelly at the time, and she was like, "No, don't drink that." It said that's alcohol. And I looked at the bottom. It's like it said alcoholic.
Was it just like a hard seltzer?
Yeah.
Hard
Yeah, and I
seltzer?
had
See, there you
I had
go.
no
Yeah.
idea.
Yeah.
There's Jared. He doesn't drink. He didn't know. He was easily tricked. And this older lady who's going through chemotherapy. I mean, my biggest thing is nobody's going to drink right in the open like that in
Right.
the can.
You're trying to hide it.
And if
You
she was
hide
drinking like a Bud Light or a Budweiser or something like that,
Yeah.
okay, you didn't know what it was, but a White Claw I could see.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I can too.
Well,
And
go ahead.
I was saying, and I've joked with Jason, like, if we were ever to hustle you and play you, Jared, into drinking, it would be like a White Claw. Because, like, you can't really taste the alcohol in
You
a White
can't.
Claw.
No,
Right?
you can't.
Yeah, so
I
like, be like, here's some
I like
seltzer,
that
dude.
y'all are having these secret meetings about how to trick
Yeah.
me to drink.
yeah, how to get Jared drunk without him knowing, yeah. White Claws are in the...
accept a beverage from these two.
I don't.
a nice cold beverage, just being friendly. Here you are, Jared.
Even when Squid gets me and I ask him to, and I do let him buy whatever he wants from the drinking machine, the Diet Dr. Pepper, I check for puncture marks.
You should.
And if it's still sealed, then they'll
Yes.
inject it with something. We do have our official attorney, Lisa Lanier, on the phone. Good morning, Lisa.
Hey, Lisa.
Hey, good morning. This poor lady, I kind of
know.
feel sorry for her, but man, that's kind of a dumb thing to do, driving a bus. I mean, so I posted a video of her in the comments on my post about the story this morning on Linear Logger Instagram and Facebook, and you should watch it if you haven't seen it, guys. It's really, I mean, she's bald from the chemo, she's crying, and it's really pitiful. And she's not a young lady. I don't know. It's hard to tell with the sickness, if that's just making her look older or if she's older. But But it's really pitiful. And she says, look, I'm a teetotaler. I can't drink when I'm having chemo. This was a total mistake, and now I'm fired. I'm going to be on the streets. And it's very pitiful. So, but the school, it's actually not, it's a private independent contracting company that contracts in Suffolk County, New York for the school bus transportation. And I think they feel like, okay, you really have to be more careful. And, if you're not, but she's actually worked there for 15 years, and the parents are rallying to her defense and saying, give her job back. She's the best bus driver we've ever seen.
Oh,
Yeah.
wow. Okay.
Oh,
Okay.
good.
Let's maybe, yeah.
Well, there are some people that don't believe her, by the way.
Oh, well, for sure.
Yeah.
But-
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, now I wonder
yeah.
if this could be a thing.
That's the problem, is the ignorance is not a defense. You can't. And if they had really caught her, I think, the thing is, they didn't catch her in the act of driving. Like, she wasn't like, what happened was they found the White Claw in her cup holder, and they were like, whoa, wait a minute, and they brought it to her attention. And then that's when she was like, oh my gosh, I didn't know it was alcohol. So to actually charge her with driving while impaired, they would, and make that stick from a criminal standpoint. Part of the reason why they didn't charge her was probably because, she wasn't caught in the act. There was no blood alcohol taken. And so from an evidentiary standpoint, unless she confesses, all you've got is a White Claw in the cup holder, which anybody could have put there.
Mm-hmm.
And obviously you can be let go from any sort of business. You don't have to break the law if they feel like, it could be something. So like when Squid came in and we found weed in his desk and he said it was oregano for a recipe, that's not we can't go by that.
No.
You can't plead ignorance.
Right. Right.
Okay. All right. Well,
I feel sad for her.
I do too.
I mean, the video really is very sad. I'm glad to
So
hear.
would you want her job? You think she should get a job back
Yes.
driving the bus?
I think after 15 years, there probably would be some other something that would lead you to believe that maybe she's not telling the truth. But 15 years she's been doing it. She's been a great employee.
people love her. Yeah.
And they find I don't know. I just
As
happen
Lisa
to believe
said,
her.
though, she said ignorance is not an
I know.
excuse. But it's sometimes, and I get that, but there's so many things going on and so many things happen. How could everybody know everything?
Mm-hmm.
No, you can't.
Yeah.
Now, what do you think, Jason? Would you want to give her job back?
Based on what I've seen, everything about this story, and I also saw an interview, the police officer was talking about her. I would definitely give her a job back.
You've always been weak
You
on
know,
crime.
if you're the bus company and they have this big contract all over New York State to provide these bus drivers, and you let her off, then you've set a precedent. So what about the next person, like you said, that's got a little weed in their jacket pocket, and they say, "Oh, that's my cousin's. I'm borrowing his jacket."
Right. You do set a bar, and then you can open yourself up for being unfair. Or
Yeah, but how crappy is it that
I know.
she's already going through a super rough time, and then and one mistake after 15 years,
I know.
What, can you suspend her for a minute and
Or
make her
could
take
they maybe find like her a job at the school to help out with the kids
something.
or something.
But she's been doing such a good job
I
for
know.
15 years.
Yeah.
I would give her a job back.
I would too.
And dealing with kids for 15 years, she deserves a drink. Give her one.
Yeah.
Would you not give her a job back, Jared?
When Lisa, I was leaning towards giving the job back because
I talked you out of it, right?
you did, because it does set a bar, and I think it opens up this third party company to all sorts of problems. And then say, well, you did it here, and then it gets messy. But maybe you can find something else for her to do, or somebody start a GoFundMe page. I bet she'll get more money she's ever had in her life.
I think she already has one.
Does she?
Yeah. Oh, I'm sure she does. That was the first thing somebody did for
It's
her.
a national story. Let's do that and let her actually be able to rest. And
Now that I like.
Yeah.
But
Yeah.
at her age. And so I would say no to the job, but let's find something else. What about you, Matt?
Yeah.
I think White Claw should pay for her treatment.
Now we're talking.
Wow.
Dang, Matt.
This is more publicity than they could have paid for.
That's
Yeah.
true.
That's creative. I like that.
Ooh,
Yeah, Matt. I'm
good
ready.
one.
What about you, Squid?
I'm looking at her GoFundMe. She's raised $49,300 so far. Her goal was
Okay,
$50,000. But sorry, yeah, I'll give her a job back. Yeah, 100%.
This is bump
It was
that
an
GoFundMe
accident.
up, and she don't have to work again.
Yeah.
But she might enjoy
Yeah,
it.
what if she loves the kids? People do. They become very attached. There are retired people who say,
Yeah, sure.
I want to go and drive a
I
bus.
was thinking with the cancer, maybe she just needs more time
I
off.
do think, I think she probably does need to rest, but
Yeah. I mean, it's up to her what she wants to do. It's her life. Lisa, would you give her a job back?
I'd have a hard time giving her job back. But I might try to see if there was some suspension or something, some alternative, punishment. But I'd be really super worried about setting a precedent and then other people come along and going, well, she got this treatment, So, now I get this treatment.
Spoken like a lawyer.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And that's why I went with Lisa.
Yeah.
She's smarter than all of us combined, so I'm going to go with her on this one.
Oh.
She's great. Official attorney of Jared and Katie in the morning. Lisa Lanier, if you're ever injured on the job, and they do more than that as well, contact her right away at hireaheavyweight.com. Top 100 attorney in the entire United States, which is incredible.
And one thing for sure, we do not pay the bus drivers enough for the thing. We actually had a field trip that had to be canceled because we didn't have enough bus drivers.
We still don't.
We still don't. We still don't.
No,
Yeah.
and I remember some of the ways me and my friends played pranks. Yeah. So, yeah.
Yeah. It's
It's a madhouse.
we don't pay them enough.
The bus is a madhouse.
Yeah.